Okay, welcome everyone. This is the Premier Chess Virtual Camp Summer 2021 Virtual Camp, and this is day 2, July 27th. So we're going to talk about deflective sacrifice. So what is a deflective sacrifice? What do you guys think? How would you describe it? Oh, by the way, Samuel, this recording. So I upload these videos to Premier Chess YouTube channel. and also mine, but as an unlisted video. But yeah, Premier Chess, if you want to check it out. Like, do you guys want me to email you the video link? I can.
No, I know where it is.
Yeah. So Premier Chess, yeah, as a public video, so you can just look it up on Premier Chess. All right. So what do you guys think? How would you describe a deflective sacrifice? Decoy sacrifice is also very similar. Deflective sacrifice and decoy. Yeah. Let's see, who's that? Brian, what do you think?
I think I've described it like probably like sacrificing like a piece for like king safety.
Could be for king safety. Could also be for other reasons. What are some other reasons too? You would do a deflection.
Probably for like to escape the queen.
To would say escape the queen.
Escape the queen if like the queen is trapped.
You mean to trap the queen? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, to trap the queen. Yeah. What else, Samuel? Why else would we do a deflection?
To win material.
Yeah, win material, or let's say checkmate. Force a checkmate. You can use deflection, right? So a couple of reasons. Maybe gain space, that kind of thing. All right. So here in this position, white to move. How does white use deflection to win this position? What do you think, Samuel?
You should go rook d8.
Rook d8. Awesome. Yeah. So rook d8. It appears to be free, right? But as we learned in the poison pawn lecture, sometimes things are not always as they appear. So what happens if the queen takes?
Then you go bishop takes h4.
Right.
Check.
So now we have the skewer along the diagonal, h4 to d8. All right. Now what happens if, let's say, he goes to g7?
Then bishop d4 check, winning the
Bishop
queen.
g4 check, skewers all over the place. What happens if he goes g6? See right there.
Rook d6 check, winning the queen.
Yeah, rook g6 check, rook d6 check, winning the queen. And last, what about queen g5?
Bishop takes h4.
Same thing.
The queen.
Yeah. Well, this time it's a pin, right? Bishop takes h4, pinning the
Yes,
queen
pin.
and winning the queen. Right. Very good. So rook d4 is the winning move. Very good. All right. Let's go on. Oh, let me just go back. There's that. All right. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, so here is white to move using deflection. What is the strongest move here? Peter, is your can you turn your camera on? There you go. Awesome. So what do you think here? White to move. So Samuel, what do you think?
Bishop g4.
Bishop g4. Awesome. Did you guys see this? Peter and Brian and Joshua, this is a great move. So the queen is basically trapped. No other escape squares here. And if the queen takes on g4, what happens?
You just go knight h6.
Knight
Yeah,
h6.
knight h6 and fork.
Beautiful fork, royal fork here. Very nice, right? Good. Deflection. All right. So actually, that would be more like probably like a decoy. You're decoying the queen onto the g4 square. All right. So here, white to move. Okay. Let me try Samuel. Samuel, what do you think? Oh, sorry. I mean, let me try Peter. Sorry. Let me try Peter. What do you think, Peter?
Rook takes e5, queen takes, knight c4.
Excellent. Too easy for you guys, right? Rook takes, queen takes. Again, another knight fork, royal fork. Very nice. All right. Good. Next, let's see here. All right, so what do you think here? White to move. What's the strongest move? Let me hear from Brian. What do you think? What do you think, Brian?
Rook e8.
Rook e8. Wow, very nice. So why rook e8? What if the rook takes?
Queen d6.
Good. You lose the queen. So
Queen
so
takes.
Best move would be, what was the best move? Probably king g7. And now,
Yeah.
what's the strongest move here?
Still,
Queen d6.
Yeah, we'd still take the queen. And now this rook we say is what? How would you describe the rook?
way
Um,
overloaded.
Say again?
Way overloaded.
Yeah, overloaded, overworked, overwhelmed. This rook protecting the queen, and is you can say the rook in a sense is pinned to the rook on a8, which is unprotected, right? So the rook.
Wait. What if you play rook to c8?
Rook to c8. Well, then white just won a queen.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Right. So yeah, he took the queen here on d6, and now the rook has to make a choice. The e8 rook or the d6 queen on d6, and queen is worth more. So yeah, so now white wins an entire rook and will win easily. Very nice. So yeah, this combines ideas of deflection, overworked, overloaded pieces, and pins, right? And by the way, if the pawn was on g7, not g6, then rook e8 would force rook takes, and then you win the queen that way. And yeah, all right.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. All right, so here, white to move using deflection. What would you play here? Let me hear from Joshua. What do you think, Joshua? Give it a try.
Is this selective sacrifice?
Yeah, deflective. Yeah, deflection or deflective sacrifice or decoy. What do you think?
Is it? Oh, I know. Rook takes g7 and then queen takes e7.
Excellent. Rook takes g7. Yeah, so the rook is eyeing g7, queen is eyeing the queen on e7, king is protecting both, and we know the king cannot do both, so rook takes g7, forces the king to decide. If he doesn't want to take the rook, it would be immediate mate on e7, so he's forced to take the rook, and white wins the queen. All right, very good. Okay, next here, what do you think? So, Samuel, what do you think?
Bishop b5.
Bishop b5, very nice. Again, we saw this pattern yesterday as well, right? So this is kind of a decoy sacrifice onto the b5 square, and then knight comes in, delivers beautiful triple royal fork. Very nice. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the pattern is very common, yeah. Yeah, I mean, once you see this kind of pattern, you know, especially with knights, you know, I always tell my students that knight forks are all over the place. You just got to find them. So be very aware of knight forks. All right, so here, white to move. What do you think? Peter, what do you think? Let's see if you can figure this one out.
Bishop takes f7.
Excellent. Overworked again. Overworked king on protecting f7 and protecting the queen. So bishop takes f7 wins the queen by force. Excellent. Very good. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. So now here we have a game between Petrosian versus Pachman 1961. And how did, so Petrosian is white. How is it white to move here? What is the strongest move here? By the way, first of all, who's Petrosian? Tigran Petrosian. Anybody know?
He's the Iron Tiger.
Excellent. The Iron Tiger, Iron Tigran, and he was world champion. Let's say I think he was world champion probably like 12th or 13th world champion, something like that.
Before Boris Spassky.
Yeah. Okay. Before Boris, so maybe the 12th world champion. And what was his style of play?
Strong defensive.
Yeah, very positional, very strong, not prone to wild, brilliant sacrifices like Mikhail Tal. And I think that my style, I think, is very much influenced by Petrosian. The way I play is kind of like I heard it described as like a boa constrictor, in the sense that, you know, a boa constrictor doesn't squeeze all the time its prey, but it waits for its prey to inhale, and then it squeezes a little bit more, and then inhale, and then squeeze a little bit more until there is no air left in the lungs, and the prey dies. So basically, same thing with Petrosian. Yeah, Petrosian one. Yeah, so Sam, you like Petrosian too. Yeah. So the way his style is that he creates very strong, powerful structure in his position, and then he kind of probes for weaknesses in an opponent. And once the opponent makes one weakness, you capitalize, you control that. Make another weakness, you advance more. So slowly, you advancing very slowly, and then and then the next thing your opponent knows, they're like, how did I get into this losing position? They have no idea, how they got there. So, and that's one of those games where you you look back on it, you're like, I don't even know where I went wrong, and then I just ended up in a losing position. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Samuel, what do you think?
I think I've seen this position before.
Have you? It's a pretty famous game. So do you know the first move here?
I know the first move, and I probably know the second move.
All right, send me the first move in the chat. I want to see if you have the correct move. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so Peter, Brian, and Joshua, I assume you haven't seen this position before?
No.
This is new for you guys? Okay, so what do you guys think? See if you can figure it out. What's the strongest move here? What did Petrosian play? What do you guys think? Peter, what do you think?
Maybe queen takes f6.
Queen takes f6. Wow. Queen
Yes,
sacrifice.
That's the correct move.
Yeah, so queen takes f6. And of course, queen sacrifices are not in the style of Petrosian. So if he does make a queen sacrifice, you're pretty much certain that it's going to end in checkmate, right? So he sacrifices his queen. How does he continue here? What do you think? Yeah, Peter, what do you think?
Bishop e5.
Yeah, so the idea is you don't want to allow your opponent to escape back to safety, right? So bishop e5 skewers control over g7, and that prevents him from escaping. Now he's forced to come out into the open. So now he goes king g5. How does he proceed after that?
Wait a
What do you guys
second.
think? Samuel, do you know the answer because you remember it, or are you just thinking about it now?
I think I remember it.
Oh, you remember it.
Wait, I know.
Send me in the chat, Samuel. Let me see.
Is it h4?
Yeah, that's correct, Samuel.
Yeah.
Okay, so h4. No, I mean that might lead. It complicates things because now you're allowing him to escape onto h6, and then maybe he can like push this and escape a little bit here, and then push this pawn, and then he can escape f7.
Yeah.
So we
How
want.
about f4?
So f4.
Well, that's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. He allows him to escape on h6. So we want to prevent that.
Bishop f4?
You really like that? You really like that name, Peter?
Yeah. I'll stop now.
Okay, so what do you think? h4, f4, they both allow escape onto h6. So that's the problem.
Bishop f4 is wrong too.
Okay, so bishop
There's
f4.
no other pieces that you can check with,
So bishop f4 is checked. That doesn't allow escape on h6, but now he can escape.
But it goes back to f6.
Yeah. And next
Can
week.
Can I give a hint?
Wait.
Yeah.
It's rook g4.
Rook g4. I think
That's not the answer.
I think that gives up too much
Okay.
material. Yeah.
Rook f4.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Rook f4 to like.
So rook f4 again. He comes back and then he's gonna push here, and then escape here, and then maybe push here. Something.
No. Then you have checkmate. Rook h4.
Rook. Well, no. Checkmate here.
Yeah.
No, he can escape onto g.
Oh wait. What? I don't know why I thought that was checkmate.
Actually, you know what? Let's see. Actually, you know what? That probably does lead to checkmate. Actually, so let's see. So if okay, so actually the problem with rook f4 is it's not checked. That's the big problem.
You can go knight f5, I think.
Or maybe just f5, right? And now and now he's almost escaping, right? Or even actually even better probably would be h6, and now he's going to come to h6. Sorry, h5. Then he comes to h6 and h7. Now he's escaping. So we need a better move. What do you guys think?
Can I give a hint?
All right, go. Give a hint.
Don't let the king go to h6 and f6 on this exact move.
That's not really a hint. That's I already knew that.
That's a good hint, though. How can we do that?
Yes,
Yeah, but I don't because there's no other piece that you can check with.
simultaneously.
I'm gonna ask, is it a check?
Is it
Yes,
a
of
check?
course
So
it's a
so
check.
yeah, that's correct. You should always look for checks first, but yeah, sometimes a check is not the answer. So
What?
okay, in this case, I'll say check is not the answer. It's not check.
It's not check. Okay, then it's rook A to E1.
Rook A to E1.
But it
And then
have to
maybe he
keep
can
going.
come here, and then he's gonna escape soon like that.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's
Yeah.
well, if it's not check, then
You have to control f6 and h6 right now.
bishop F3. Oh, bishop G7.
Bishop
is it-
G7. Yeah, very nice. So controlling F6.
That was too much of a hint, Samuel.
Yes. That was
Actually, Peter, you said that's not much of a hint, though. You're right.
Well, I said, you have to. Okay, well, I guess it was. I just didn't.
All right, so Bishop G7 is the powerful. This is like a very quiet move. Bishop G7, but it's amazing how that is like that closes off the escape onto F6 and H6, and now mate is basically inevitable. There's no way that he can stop mate. It's either with the H pawn coming up, then with the F pawn, or the bishop coming to F3 or H3, mate. So it's basically a mating net, right? He's only got H5 and F5 to move for back and forth, but either way will end in a checkmate. So yeah, just to give a really quick, example. So if he goes F5, you go check, and let's say check. You can do that, and you can maybe check him again, and then mate, that kind of thing. So yeah, doesn't matter. You can even this might be even simpler. H4 check, and then that's mate. Yeah. So the idea, very important, is to block off these escape squares. Very nice. All right, good. Yeah, very nice deflection or deke. That's more of a decoy sacrifice, though. All right, good. So let's go on to the next position. All right, very good. Actually, this is a pretty easy one. You guys probably know this position. This is a very common one, right? Anybody know this one?
Can I say it?
You've seen it before, right, Samuel?
Yes, I think. No, we all have.
You all have. Yeah, it's very common, right? Have Peter and Brian and Joshua, have you all seen this one?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't seen
If
this
I
one?
did, I forgot.
You forgot it? All right, so,
Yeah.
well, what do you think? White to move, strongest move here.
Well, it's probably rook to E1.
Okay, so this is a game between Richard Reddy and Sevilla Tardik.
Oh, of course, it's queen to D8.
Queen D8, yeah, 1910, very famous miniature game. And the last move was knight takes E4.
So wait, it's queen D8 and then king takes and then bishop G5, right?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, queen D8 forces king over here. And then bishop G5, very powerful, discovered double check, right? So the king must move out of the way. The bishop cannot be taken or cannot be blocked because the other rook check. And if he goes king to E8, how does white finish him off? Yeah, Samuel?
Rook d8 checkmate.
Yeah, rook D8. And what kind of mate is this called? Anybody know? There's a special type of mate based on a famous player that played it.
Morphe mate.
I think it's called it might be called the Morphe mate also, but it's I know it as the opera mate because it was played. The opera game was.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, the opera mate. Yeah, so that's one possibility, and then the other possibility is king c7, and how does white finish him off? What do you think, Samuel?
Bishop D8 check.
Bishop d8, yeah, very nice. Skewering control of the b6 square. King is not allowed to escape. The rook controls the entire d file. And yeah, very
This
beautiful.
is a very nice checkmate.
Yeah, very beautiful mate.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, it's very, very, it's great. You know, sometimes you got to notice when you see these opportunities pop up in your games. You know, you got to always consider every possibility when you're thinking about a move. All right, good. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Let's see here. Okay, this one's a little bit more in detail than the last one. So, so this is white to move. So, what do you think the strongest move is for white here? Any ideas? Oh, Samuel, sorry.
Rook D8 check.
All right, good. Rook d8 check, which is taking advantage of the fact that the rook is protecting the queen temporarily, so cannot take the rook, right? So now we have king h7. Okay, so now how would you proceed?
I would proceed with rook G7 check.
Awesome. Yeah, rook g7 check. So this knight is pinned, so cannot capture the rook, right? So rook g7 check, and that basically forces the king to take, because if he doesn't take, if he goes, let's say rook king h6, now the queen can join the attack. Queen f4 check, and maybe queen g4. It kind of leads to a similar variation as the as what actually happened. Queen g5 check. Check, 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 and yeah, it kind of leads to the same thing, and then mate here, or even mate on h8.
Mate on h8.
Yeah.
Rhymes.
Mate on h8. Yeah. So good. So yeah, so he's forced to take, and then how would you continue after he takes?
Queen G2 check.
Yeah, queen g2 check, and then yeah, basically a similar variation. Queen g8, queen h8, queen f6, and then yeah, it doesn't matter if he goes to h5 or h7, will lead to a mate, right? And if he goes here, let's go to that main line. Yeah. All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So we're gonna do the tournament at 2:30, right? Is that usually when we do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 30 more minutes.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just just gonna invite other kids that if they want to join, some of my other chess kids, my students, so we can have a bigger tournament than just us five.
Then can we do a 15 plus 5?
15 plus 5.
Yes. Please.
A
Please.
Yes.
They-
Let's do that.
You want slower?
Yes.
What?
We do slow chess quite a lot with Brian.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Or how about
Yeah, I me too.
you want to do standard or 960?
Standard.
Standard. You sure? 960 is so fun.
No, I want 15 plus 5.
Standard.
Standard. I can
Let's
think-
do 960.
960 is so fun.
I feel
Hi,
like
Let's vote on it. Let's vote on it.
Okay, hold on. Well, let's continue. Let's do a few more.
Time control, and you can pick the game mode.
Yeah. All right. So let's continue. So 2:30 we'll do that for. Hold on. Let me just spread the word. One moment. All right, so here, white to move. What do you guys think? Using the topic of deflection, what do you think? White to move. Samuel, what do you think?
I think E8 queen.
E8 queen, excellent. Yeah, because we go here, promote here. Why is that a bad move?
Because H1 queen and you can resign.
Right, yeah, we got this huge skewer here and no good. And black wins.
Tide is turned and white resigns.
Yeah, so which is also another reason why it's I always tell my students that you should never resign prematurely, or very rarely resign prematurely, because in chess anything can happen, right? I see kids come back from losing positions all the time. So yeah, so you promote the e pawn that decoys the king onto the protection, onto the eighth rank, and then you promote the other one, check, and then you come back and you prevent promotion, and white wins. Very nice.
Or go king E5 and prevent the promotion.
Oh right, that's true. You can do king e5. Yeah. Yeah, just move the king. That's true. Either way wins.
I just think king E5 just looks cooler to me.
Oh yeah. All right. So what do you think here? White to move. Deflection. Anybody have an idea? What do you think?
This is hard.
So deflective sacrifice.
Bishop E7.
Bishop e7. No, you just lose the bishop.
Wait, no, that just hangs.
Yeah. Any ideas, Peter? What do you think?
Queen C8.
Queen c8 check. King just comes back.
Wait, I think I know. Wait, rook E8.
Rook e8, very nice. Rook e8, forcing the king to capture on e8, and then we have queen c8,
yeah.
mate. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah. All right, cool. Next one. All right, basic decoy sacrifice here.
Rook takes C8.
Rook takes c8, good. Queen takes. And knight takes. By the way, there's no way that black can get out of this, even if he doesn't take the rook. What if he goes queen f8? That doesn't work either, right? Why?
97 check, and then you win the queen.
Yeah, we win the queen anyway, and now white is ahead of rook and a knight, so even worse. So yeah, and the other way, white would be ahead just a knight. All right.
That was one of the first ones that I learned.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's a good tactic to know. All right, so here, what do you think? Black to move. What's the strongest move here? Samuel, what do you think?
Rook H1 check.
Rook H1 check, forcing king H1. Now?
Queen H2 checkmate.
Excellent. Queen H2, yeah, mate. So this is a decoy sacrifice, forcing mate into. All right, good. All right, so white to move. What do you think? Strongest move here. Samuel.
F8 check.
Yeah, queen f8 check. Good. Forcing king f8. And now we have rook coming up on the h file. Rook h8 is mate. Very nice. Awesome. All right, let's see. What do you think, Peter? What do you think about this? See if you can figure this one out.
Privately, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah, you got it.
C6.
C6. Excellent. Very good. C6. So this is another decoy sacrifice. So it doesn't matter which way he takes. Queen takes.
At first, I thought it was wrong because I thought if king takes, but then I saw that you can just fork on.
Yeah.
E5.
Yeah. Both result in knight forks, right? Very nice. Or we have king takes and knight fork on e5. Very nice. Cool. All right. Going through these quickly. All right. So white to move. What is the best move here? Samuel, what do you think?
Rook h8 check.
Yeah, rook h8 check, right? We have decoy sacrifice, decoying the king onto the h8 square.
Queen h7 checkmate.
And onto the mate, yeah. So this would be a example of queen and knight help in your face mate. Right, very nice. All right. Okay, next, what do you think here? All right, Samuel, what do you think?
Queen takes h3 check.
Yeah, queen takes h3, very nice. So takes, forcing king takes, and now we have mate on h1, right? This is controlled by the pawn on h5. Cool. All right, so quickly. How about here? So I'll give you, this one is not so straightforward or easy as the other ones. This is a little bit more involved. What do you think? By the way, Peter, when somebody asks you where you're from, you should say that that city and that town in Wales. Okay, next time someone says, you gotta learn how to say it correctly so you can you just say it just like the newscaster said, very nonchalantly. And then they look at you crazy. And you're like, what? That's where I'm from.
I raise my hand.
Yeah, Samuel, what do you think?
Rook h7 or rook f7.
Rook, have you seen this position before?
No.
Okay, cool. Rook f7, very nice. Yeah. So rook f7 is not a check, not a capture, but it delivers a strong threat of mate on h7. So the king is forced to take the rook. And now, how do we follow up?
And now I just think we go bishop takes g6.
Bishop takes g6. I think we need that bishop. So how do you follow up now?
Resign.
What, white resigns?
Yes.
No. So what do you think? Yeah, I think we need that bishop. So let's not give away too much.
We needed to play rook f or queen h7 check.
Okay, so let's look at rook f1. Rook f1. So remember, when you're doing these checks, right? If you can do a close check, it's much stronger, right? So the faraway check's not as strong. For example, here, let's say he can block. Let's say, I don't know, one of the knight or the bishop. So it gets complicated, right? So now the queen is now the f-file becomes blocked if he takes with the pawn. So
Queen
yeah.
h7.
So yeah, what's a better move?
Queen h7.
Yeah, so queen h7, much better move. So now black has two possibilities, f8 and e8. So let's look at all right, so let's look at f8. Sorry, let's go to e8. How would he finish off black if he did king e8?
Queen g8 check.
Okay, so if he goes queen g8 check, now it gets a little complicated because now he can block with the bishop.
Bishop takes g6.
And now if you go bishop takes, now he blocks here. So it just gets a little bit complicated. It's probably still winning though. It's just complicated. So there's a little bit simpler way to win here. How do you win? How do you win here?
Well, then it's bishop takes g6 check.
Right, bishop takes g6 check. Right now, if he tries to escape onto d8, now what do you do?
Queen g8 check.
Now queen g8 is a lot different because now queen takes his mate. Right, big difference, right? So, and of course, if he goes king f8, big mistake. Why?
Queen f7 checkmate.
Yeah, queen f7 is mate. Also, queen h8 is mate, right? So all right, so let's go back. So queen h7. What if he goes king f8 now? Now what do we do?
Then now I think we can just go rook f1 check.
Okay, so rook f1 again. It's a long range check. So you're kind of giving black some chances now. Now the queen is under attack, right? At the same time, and the king can kind of escape a little bit this way. So yeah, if the queen moves off the seventh rank. So yeah, what's a better move? Peter, what do you think?
Rook f1.
Well, that's what we just looked at. We looked at rook f1.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
problem is
But
bishop.
that
Yeah, bishop
being
f6.
real.
Say again.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. So how do we? What's another better check or attacking move?
Queen h8 check.
Queen h8. I think that kind of just repeats the position because you don't really want to take the rook because then your attack's over and he can just come over here start checking you.
Queen
So-
h6.
Yeah, I think queen h6. Yeah, queen h6 is much stronger, right? Because now,
No.
Huh?
Go back.
Go back.
Yeah, I found a better move.
Go ahead. So
If-
queen h7, king f8, go.
Queen h8 check, king f7, queen h7 check, king f8, then queen h6. You get
Okay.
if you have increment, then that will just give you time.
Or
That's
just give them false hope of a draw.
true. False hope of a draw, exactly.
If I did that, I'd probably just accidentally do it 3 times.
And then accidentally draw. All right, so queen h6 check. Okay, so now the king has 3 possibilities: f8, f7, e8, and g8.
Just do it once to gain yourself extra time.
All right, so f7 would be a big mistake. Why? Why would f7 be a big mistake? Yeah, Brian, what do you think?
Bishop takes g6.
Good. Bishop takes g6, and we have mate in what? Where's mate?
Dos.
Wait,
Mate in dos. You speak Spanish too?
Yeah.
keep
Awesome.
going.
How do you
Well,
say?
I don't speak Spanish. I take Spanish classes at school.
Excellent. How do you say two in Cantonese, in Taiwanese? Okay. Is that the same as like Cantonese?
No, different.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest.
You're not what?
Wait,
Not-
can everyone mute for a second? I want to hear how the computer pronounces it.
Go.
Oh, never mind. I can't hear it. Okay.
Oh, is that the name the name of the Wales city?
Yeah, I looked up how to pronounce it.
Mate in 2 would be queen h7 to queen f7. I
Good.
think.
Queen f7, or queen h7 and then queen h8. Very good. Okay, so yeah, king g8, big mistake. So basically king f7 is the big mistake. So king, and then if you go king e8, that transposes into the other variation. So how do we finish off again? Brian? Yeah, Brian, what do you think?
Oh, queen h8.
No, I think now we're
Wait,
just kind of
no,
repeating.
bishop g6.
Good, bishop g6. Yeah, now
Mm.
and now how do you
And
finish
then
off?
queen f8.
Or queen h8?
No, that blunders.
Yeah, queen h8, and now that's mate,
And then
right?
take.
Good.
checkmate.
So yeah, so now and then finally, what if he does king g8? Now what do we do? Samuel?
Queen takes g6 check.
Good. Queen takes g6. He can't go to h8 because mate on h7. So he goes back to f8. Now how do you continue?
I think you just go rook f1.
Again, rook f1 is too much of a long range check. And by the way, if he once he blocks with the bishop, now the rook's over is
Oh,
available for
oh.
blocking,
Oh, darn it.
right?
Look,
So,
doesn't work.
so how do we finish off black here? What do you think?
Okay, never mind. I don't know it.
What, you don't know what? The position?
The
Play
answer.
queen h6.
Good. Yeah, you go
Queen
back.
H-
Yeah, you go back. Queen h6 because now there's no there's nothing on
Oh wait, yeah.
and so
Okay,
now
then how about queen? Wait, how about queen h7 instead?
and so now there's no pawn here on g6, so there's a difference. So now if he goes king g8, how do we finish him off? We can finish him off by force. Yeah, Samuel.
Bishop h7. Wait, no, queen h7 check.
No, you were right. Queen h7. Actually, you know what? I think that this still works. So queen h7, king f8. How do you finish him off? Yeah, still.
And then you go queen h6 check, king g8, then bishop h7 check.
No. Okay, we'll look at bishop h7 after this. So how do you checkmate here in 2 moves? Force checkmate.
No.
Queen h8 check and g6.
Yeah, queen h8 and g6. Very good. Yeah, very nice mate over there. And so let's go back.
If that wasn't check, we would have blundered our queen.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we looked at queen h7. So now let's look at bishop h7. So if he goes king h8, it's mate in 2, right? Actually, no, sorry, mate in 3. Yeah, Samuel. Very common mate in 3.
Bishop g6 check, queen h7 check, queen f7.
Queen f7 or queen h8. Yeah, good. And then so he goes he goes bishop h7, and now what if he goes king f7? Mate in 2 here. Brian, what do you think?
Queen g6.
Yeah, queen g6, king f8, and then mate
Queen g8.
Queen g8, very nice. Mate in 1. Very nice. A lot of variations, but if you play it correctly, they all end in mate. All right, cool.
Apparently, the name of that town, at some point a few decades ago, it was shortened to Lanfair Pulgingal, but it's actually pronounced Clanviath Puthgungath.
I think you gotta learn how to speak Welsh, right? In order to pronounce
Yeah.
that. Nice. All right, so let's move on. Next one. All right, this is kind of a famous puzzle. Anybody recognize this puzzle, by the way?
Wait, is it black to win?
Yep, black to move and win.
Oh, rook to f1.
Rook to f1.
Never mind, not rook to f1.
Okay, rook to f1, rook takes, and now what would you do?
Well,
Promote.
probably
Okay, you can promote.
offer for them to
and now it's just gonna be now it's gonna be a draw. Right?
Yeah.
So there's a stronger move after rook takes f1. What is it?
Wait, so this is the correct answer? Like my first move?
Yeah, rook
Oh,
oh,
is
you didn't know?
is it
Queen
queen to
H2?
h2?
Queen h2, yeah, very strong move.
King takes and then pawn takes f1.
So again, another decoy sacrifice, decoying onto the h2 square. And now, oh, sorry, not that.
Not a queen.
Knight.
Oh, knight! Oh my god, that is
under promotion. Very nice. Under
I
promotion.
thought
That
it
is
was
a genius.
Yeah,
Move.
beautiful
Whoever
move.
made that move was a genius.
I've seen a similar position to that.
Yeah, actually, I have a whole
My
lecture on
advice is
under
focus.
promotion. You want to do that maybe tomorrow? Do an under promotion lecture?
I looked at a book about under promotions
Yeah.
last.
Under promotions are awesome. I've had a few occasions where I've under promoted a knight and then forked king and queen. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, by the way, this puzzle I think was made by Emanuel Lasker, the second world champion. So very beautiful puzzle there. All right, cool. Next one. All right, so this is black to move. So this pawn is 1 square away from promotion. What do you think is the strongest move for black here?
Is it for black?
Yeah, black to move.
Okay.
Is it to win or draw?
Black to move, and let's see. Yeah, I guess draw. Yeah, black to move and draw. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, drawing move, isn't it just king f7?
No, it's not because e8, queen, king takes e8, and bishop a4. That's
Exactly. Very good. Bishop a4, and the rook is lost. Yeah. So you
You
gotta
have
be
a
careful.
skewer.
Be careful of that. Yeah. So what's stronger move than king f7?
Rook b8.
Good. Rook
E8.
b8. Yeah. So now we're controlling the promotion square. He tries again. Bishop a4. Now we go king f7, and now I promote. Take, and now it's a draw. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, can black win this though?
With I think with proper play, this is a draw. Once the pawns get
If white goes king f1 and black goes bishop e5 and h5, then yes.
if black say again in this position.
Yeah, if white goes king f1 and black goes bishop e5 and then h5, h4, then it would be losing. Knight takes e5, h5, knight takes d6, h4, knight takes h4. It's completely winning for white.
Yes.
Black does-
If
Daniel,
black,
you're confusing me.
if black completely blunders, yes, it'll be waiting for white. Yeah, that's correct. All right. So yeah, good. Yeah. So this was you got to be careful of these kinds of tricks with promotion. Yeah, very good. All right. Next one. So this
I had a
is
feeling that one's a bit easier.
this one.
No, the last one.
Oh, the last one. Yes, it made you guys think. So I have one more after this one. Then
Is
we'll
this
be-
a
Wait.
white with black?
Isn't this Fabiano Caruana versus Magnus Carlsen?
Is it? I'm not sure. I didn't write it down. I didn't write down who who
Is
played this.
is it a
So
win for
what
black
this is
or white?
this is white to move. White to move and win.
I think I've seen a similar position to this.
Oh really?
Or maybe this exact one, I'm not sure.
So what do you think? White to move and win. What do you guys think? Any ideas? Deflective sacrifice. What do you think, Samuel?
Bishop f5.
Bishop f5. All right, so that's it's good in the sense that the bishop is controlling c8 and d7, but there's actually a stronger move than that here.
All right.
Yeah, stronger move. So we're looking for a sacrifice move here.
Please don't tell me it's bishop a6.
Bishop a6. Well, it doesn't work now because of king takes and the a8 square is controlled by the queen.
I do remember that it was played eventually.
You're kind of on the right track though. So you do recognize this position, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're kind of on the right track.
Rook e7.
Rook e7. Yeah, rook e7. So the idea is that the queen is controlling the 8th rank and especially c8 and a8. So rook e7 attacks together with the queen c7, and the bishop is pinned, of course, the unprotected rook. So yeah, so the queen is kind of forced to take, because if she doesn't, she'll be lost anyway. And now we do bishop a6, threatening mate here, and there's no way to block, or there's no way to protect b7 except to take, and now queen a8 ends up in a beautiful mate, right? Very nice. So you kind of remember it, right, Samuel?
Yeah.
So you said it's Caruana? Caruana's
Yeah.
white?
Yeah, I thought Caruana was white.
Ah, very nice. Cool. Awesome. All right. Last one. So white to move. How do we win this?
You want us to win?
Yeah, white to move. Samuel.
Oh, just rook h5.
do you know this position?
No.
You just seeing it for the first time? Very nice. Rook
Yes.
h5. Everybody see why that works? Everybody understand that? Peter, Brian, Joshua, you guys see? So why does that work?
Oh, and then rook is forced to take.
Yeah, so,
Wait, no.
so right now white is setting up a mating. If he doesn't take the rook, white is threatening a mate on 8,
Yeah.
right? All these are protected.
So then he takes.
And so
then
he-
you play rook a6 because
then he-
then
yeah,
it can go back.
He forces them on. He forces them on the 5th rank,
Yup,
and
and
then
then
nice skewer.
take the rook.
Can I use the bathroom?
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Cool. All right. Very nice. So let's do a tournament. All right. So what do you guys? You guys wanted to do a.
And also,
The
can I do
bathroom.
15 plus
Wait, I
5?
need to go to the bathroom.
Say again.
Can we do 15 plus 5, by the way?
All right. So everybody, 15 plus 5. Is that good for everybody?
Sure, chess 960.
So we'll do chess 960. Is that okay?
Yeah, 15 plus 5.
All right. Let's see.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Sure. Go ahead. 960. Chess 960. Right. Peter, did you figure out how to say the name? Still no? All right. So 15 minutes, 0 increment, I assume, right? 0 second increment. All right. I'm giving you guys a chance to steal my rating points, okay? Because remember, I'm in the top 50 for chess 960, okay?
Wait, you're top 13?
No, I'm in the top 50 for chess 960.
That's very good.
Yeah. So I'm giving you guys a chance to steal my rating points, okay? If I beat you guys, I probably get 1 point, and if you win, you probably get like 20 points.
That'd be nice. And then you'd learn your score to top 100.
And then what?
I said then we'd lower your score to top 100.
Maybe. And also, you'll probably be like on your profile. It always shows you like the highest rated people that you beat. So I'll probably be like number 1.
Why would you risk that?
Because I'm a risky.
But like top 50 is like an amazing achievement.
I know.
I know.
It takes a long time to do that, but why not?
Wait, clock increment.
No, well, 0 increment, didn't we say? No?
I thought it was 15 plus 5.
Is it 15 plus 5?
Samuel.
Samuel.
He's in the bathroom. So
I mean,
Samuel.
you guys all know that I prefer no increment, but it's up to you guys, I guess.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm fine with no increment.
I don't
really
care.
15 plus 5.
Are you fine with 0 increment, or do you want 5?
Sure, I
5.
don't care.
Say again.
I want 5.
Samuel wants 5. I thought you were a bullet player, Samuel.
I want no increment.
Bullet player.
All right. Okay,
Bullet
so
player.
Peter wants 0 increments. Samuel wants 5. What about you guys, Brian and Joshua?
Okay, fine. I'll do 5.
What do you want, Joshua? Joshua, you want 0 or you want 5 increment?
I'm not a bullet player, by the way.
Joshua, pay attention.
Wait, I couldn't hear you.
That's
want
the
0?
excuse you use every time.
Do you want 0 increment or do you want 5 second increment?
I would more like 3.
3.
What in the world?
All right. 5. All right, maybe 5. All right, I don't know. 5 or 3. Does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
All right, 5 or 3. All right, let's do 5, I guess. 960, 60 minutes. All right. All right, so Samuel, I'm giving you a chance to steal my rating points, okay? I'm gonna
Wait,
count.
what is advanced settings?
But this time you might. This time there's a lot of time to think.
Wait, can you open advanced settings? I want to see what they are.
Oh, advanced settings. That's just like if you want to put a password in it or minimum rating, maximum rating. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't
If
usually.
you don't
change it.
like, if you don't like such a long time format, you can always.
That's true. All right, so I got to increase the tournament length because it's 15 minutes. It wants me to increase the tournament length.
Well, you can decrease.
So I got to make it to 90-minute tournament.
Yeah.
Are you
You
sure
can-
you want 15 minutes? How about 10? How about 10 plus 5? 15.
Fine, we'll do 10 plus 5.
Fine,
10
10
plus-
plus.
10 plus 5 is good? Okay, let's do
Yeah,
that.
fine.
All right, cool. All right, let's go. Very good. All right, Samuel. So if you beat me, you probably get like 20 or 25 points. If I beat you, I'll probably get 1 point.
Maybe 0. Who knows? Is
Or
it possible to get 0?
Or just a
Yeah, no,
plus
you're probably gonna get
0.
0 because that's possible.
Yeah, I might get 0 also. 1 or
And
0.
then the other guy minus 0.
I'm just gonna go for a draw.
Yeah, if you go for a draw, you get a lot of points too.
Yeah.
All right.
Or try to draw.
Let's go. 960 it is.
Paste us the tournament link.
Let's see here. All right. Just sent you the tournament link. All right.
If you hate the 10 plus 5, always just berserk.
That's true. I can berserk.
Clan Viath Puthgwinguth.
What is that?
That's how you would call it nowadays because that's the shortened name. But I want to figure out how to do the full name. Clan
short-
Viath Puthgwinguth.
The shortened name, that's no good. You got to do you got to be authentic.
Yeah, I know. I think I'll just watch that video on loop until it gets drilled into my head.
Noah, why do you want to send it to so many people?
Why?
Because it's funny.
Because it's fun. It's fun with more people.
Yes, it is.
Right. See, you see when there's more people, then what do you call it?
There's more possible opponents.
Yeah, you don't wait so long to get paired, right?
Yeah. Peter Wheeler spamming in the chat.
So I basically what do you call it? Like both my kids when I'm home, they participate in all of my tournaments.
You look like you're home.
No, I'm not home.
You're not?
Not-
Oh wait, no, you already said you were at home.
I'm at my mother-in-law's house, my wife's mother.
I see. I remember you told us. I remember you told us that an hour ago.
Ask me a question and I bet I could answer it. Any question at all.
Okay.
Why? Because you're gonna Google it?
No, I'm not going to Google it, I promise. My hands are free. Ask me a question.
I have no idea.
That's not a question.
What kind of question do you?
I feel like
Any question. I don't care. I want a question.
How many miles is the wildebeest migration?
1,400.
answer this within 10 seconds. How many factors
Okay.
does 180 have?
What?
How many factors does 180 have?
Say that one more time. Type it. Say that one more time.
How many factors you said?
Yeah, how many factors?
Oh, how many factors? Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Time's up.
10, 18, 30, 60.
Time's up.
Wait, how many did I get? I can't think. Oh, 15. Okay, that's all I can think of right now.
You got it wrong.
Well, I didn't get any of them wrong. I just couldn't think of all of them in 10 seconds.
Right.
Okay, give me another question. I like math.
Good.
Give me a math question.
You're a math guy?
Yeah.
I also am.
Cool.
Okay, give me another math question.
Let me think. What should I give you? Oh, darn, didn't know. 4x equals 8y. What is? That's the question.
Wait. 4x equals 8y. What is what?
Y.
What is y?
Yes.
4x equals 8y. So,
I think I might just be.
wait a second.
I
I have to think about this. I don't know a lot about algebra yet.
I guess I was just being a bit mean.
Do I have to give you a number answer? Or can I just simplify?
How old are you, Peter?
I'm turning 11 in like 2 weeks. I'm going into 6th grade.
Turning 11 in 2 weeks. Wait, when's your birthday?
August 6th.
Ah, my son turned 11 in June. Cool.
Oh,
You're about my son's age. Very nice.
Do you have to give a fraction number or whole number?
no, do I have to give a number answer or can I just simplify? Wait a second.
Simplify if you feel like it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You don't know?
I missed that. I missed that, Samuel.
So happy.
I'm so happy.
Is y 32x?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, then I have no idea.
Guess what? Y is equal to 4.
Why is y equal to 4?
Why is y?
Why is y equal to 4?
You'd have to find 8 times 4 equals.
8 times 4 is 32.
Right. So 8. So what is 34 divided by 8?
34 divided by 8?
32.
32 is 4.
Yeah, so that means that y equals 4.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay.
You just asked me what 4 times 8 was and then what 32 divided by 8 was.
Yes.
You're the worst explainer ever.
Explainer ever. I don't know how to explain while playing a chess game. That's a bit hard.
Good game. So what did I get? I got 0 points for that.
Yes.
I got 0 points. I told you.
Wait, some monkey.
I'm risking my rating points playing with you guys. See, I don't get any benefit from this. It's all right. I love doing it.
Summer Monkey. How long was
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lasker? How long was Emmanuel Lasker the world champion?
8 years.
No,
How many years?
27. Search it up.
27 years. Oh my God, that's a long time.
Yep. 27 years.
How do you stay world champion for 27 years?
Maybe his opponents. He was much better than all his opponents.
It's a very, very, very simple explanation. I like that.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he just got lucky for 27 years until he met Jose Raul Capablanca.
Exactly. So how do you guys like this 960?
Oh my God. I got position 940.
It's tactical.
But by the way, I think most of you guys love position 516,
What's position 516?
standard chess.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Ryan, a few moves ago you missed bishop takes e3 instead of c6.
So if you guys think about it, even when you're playing standard chess, you're still playing chess 960, right?
Yes. Keep playing.
So
No, Air Max.
so there's no way that you can avoid chess 960, right?
Yeah, but eventually the position starts looking like a normal game, especially in the end game.
Oh yeah, especially in the end game.
Samuel, I want another question
You want another question?
about anything.
So
But
Peter, you like trivia? You're good in trivia.
No,
So why you why do you want people to ask you questions?
I don't because I feel like answering questions or attempting to answer questions.
You like attempting to answer questions?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Wait, hang on. I forgot my question. What was it again?
You forgot your question.
I forgot my question. Oh, I know. This one's probably easy. Which world champion was Bobby Fischer, like in order? Which one was he?
I have no idea.
Say it again, Samuel. I didn't hear the question.
In world champion order, which one is Bobby Fischer?
Oh, what you mean? What number?
I don't know.
Number?
13. How about
No.
13?
I think he was 14, right?
No,
Was he 12? What was he?
it was 9.
Oh, he was the 9th world champion. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe I just get that confused. All right, nobody's taking my rating points yet. No draws.
Okay, I want another math question. I don't know anything about chess.
Let's see. Another math question.
But I think I might. You know, I'm not gonna ask you this one.
How many minutes does it take the sunlight to reach the Earth?
0.00009.
No. Anybody know that?
Oh,
No, I don't.
I have no idea. What's the answer?
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yep.
Oh wait, yeah. I remember I learned that. I just forgot about it.
8 minutes. Yeah.
If it's 150, then what is the time in 8 hours and 10 minutes?
Wait. Say it again.
If it's 150, what is the time in 8 hours and how many minutes?
10.
It's 10 o'clock.
Wait, yeah, it is.
Oh. What kind of a question is that?
It's just a simple question.
I'm about to get checkmated because I accidentally gave up my queen somehow.
Yeah, you went queen takes h6.
How do you know?
I was watching your game.
Okay. How is How is gold and silver created?
Well, 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 well. I have no idea.
Okay, so gold and silver is it man-made or is it made in nature?
Gold is not man-made. That's
Excellent, very
what?
good. Yeah, it occurs in nature, right? So
Yeah.
so is it possible to destroy gold or silver? Can you destroy them?
Yeah.
How do you
Well,
destroy?
what is the definition of destroy?
Yeah, exactly. Like change its chemical composition so that it's completely different. Can you do that with gold and silver?
So normally I would say no. Normally I would say yes, but since this
wait,
is
hold on,
worth
wait,
being a question, it's
Hold on.
probably no.
Okay. You said wait, what did you say? Why is it no?
No. So I said that normally I would say that it probably can be destroyed, but since this is a question, you wouldn't ask the question if the answer was very obviously yes. So now I think that gold and silver cannot be destroyed.
Excellent. Very astute observation. I'm proud of you. Yes, gold and silver cannot be destroyed. They are indestructible, right?
And what does arduous mean?
Arduous?
Yeah, arduous.
Is this another question for Peter?
Yeah, it is.
Arduous.
Wait, hold on. We're not finished with the gold and silver. All right, go ahead. Do the gold and silver. Sorry.
Arduous. I have no idea what that means.
Arduous means difficult, right?
Yes, it means difficult. I'm just giving you a bunch of arduous questions to annoy.
Oh my god.
Although I think I'm just being mean.
So yeah, they're indestructible. Now my next question is, how is gold and silver made? What do you think, Samuel?
I think it's made from nature.
It's made in nature, but what's the exact method? All right, there's two.
Well, that, I mean, I don't, so the way you say it makes me think that gold and silver is still being made. But
yeah, you can say it is still being made, yeah.
But that has to be a clue. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
So there's two ways that I know of that gold and silver is made. One is a supernova. Anybody know what a supernova is?
Yeah, I know.
It's like a star.
It's a star that, what is it doing?
A star exploding.
Right, an exploding star is a supernova, and then or the collision of two neutron stars. So that's how gold and silver is made. So I thought
Yeah, but if you say it that way, then is gold and silver still being made?
Yeah, in a sense, there's always.
No, I meant to play E6.
Oh man. I'd give you a take back if I could.
Yeah.
So so it's pretty crazy. Let's see here. I actually know a lot about precious metals because I studied it a lot.
I'm gonna ask Peter another question.
Say again?
Yeah, I want another question.
All right, what does unassailable mean?
Say it again.
What does unassailable mean?
Unassailable. That's a good
Well,
word.
Whatever saleable means, and then the opposite.
Actually, the root word is assail. So unassailable.
So it probably means sinking.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like something to do with like sailors, but no. It's
Well,
not.
a sail. I thought it sounds like it means like
I'm gonna tell you it.
afloat. Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? I just dropped a.
It means undefeated.
Yeah, or undefeated,
Undefeated?
or difficult to attack, something like that.
Yeah, undefeated.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like you know.
Dang.
You know, my bishop right now in d5 is unassailable.
Or whenever you're playing your opponent and your opponent's coming to attack you, like, hey, I have an unassailable fortress. You can't attack me, haha.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, next question.
Next question. You like questions.
I do like questions.
Do you want me to give you more questions from my? I have a lot of little trivia like that.
Sure.
You search it up.
No, I'm just it's just something that I read about. I'm fascinated with like
Sure.
the economy and economics and precious metals and.
Yes, I want a question about economics.
Oh, economics is fascinating. Let me think here. What's a good question?
I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but
All right.
You were probably confused with the unassailable question.
Let me think here. Why does the U.S. dollar have value and monopoly money does not have value? In the sense that you can't use monopoly money to buy food or buy anything.
well, because on a dollar there is like this little code thing on it,
Because
and it has like a stamp that says United States Federal Reserve System.
Okay, so you say
It has a ton of stuff.
Okay.
It has a signature from the Secretary of the Treasury.
Okay.
It says Federal Reserve Note on the top.
Okay. So
And on Monopoly dollars, it does not show a president or something.
Okay, so you're saying because it has this writing and these stamps and these numbers, then that's why people use it, right? That's why it has value.
Yeah.
I think value comes from a different source. What do you think, Samuel? Why does something have value? Where does value come from?
Value comes from
like why do we consider something valuable and something not?
It comes from legitimacy.
Well, okay, so how do we determine what's legitimate?
Because Monopoly is just a game; it's not real life.
But how do you know that something's not Monopoly money? Because it doesn't have a president. And it doesn't have the name of the person on the bottom.
Okay, like for example, like
because
somebody.
I'm big brain, I'll always know.
Say again.
I'm big brain, I'll always know.
A big brain will always know.
Yes.
Yes, someone who's 200 IQ will always know.
So, like for example, somebody, I asked that question to my students, and they said because it's scarce, right? Money has value because it's scarce. But then at the same time, my fingernails are also scarce, but my fingernails are not valuable. When I clip my fingernails.
Because your fingernails have not been said to be valuable.
But who determines the value? That's my question.
The United States Federal Reserve.
So, for example, okay. So you're saying value comes from Federal Reserve. For example, gold is valuable, right? But it's not valuable because the government says it has value. It's valuable because you can go anywhere in the world, and people will trade stuff for your gold, right? So that's not the government saying that it has value. So then value comes from somewhere else, right?
Where's from your head?
Value comes from people thinking that it has value, right? So basically, over a long period of time, people say, I will trade things for whatever that is, let's say gold and silver. And so over time, people begin to value, let's say, precious metals for various reasons. And so it gains value that way from people. So when a government says, by law, by decree, that this has value, it's kind of like fake. It's fake value. It's not as genuine.
So you're saying that I should go to the store and pay in a gold ingot instead of in a dollar?
Yes.
I mean, you know what? If they would probably accept that if you wanted to, but that wouldn't be. It wouldn't make sense. You know why? Why wouldn't that make sense to do? They would probably accept it, but it wouldn't make sense. Why? What do you think?
Because because
Because
first of all, they would have to see how many like how much it weighs to see how much it's actually worth.
Because it's not the currency of modern day. I think.
That's not the reason it wouldn't make sense. Like I could do that, but I would never want to do that. Why? Because of inflation. Anybody know what inflation is?
Yeah, I do.
That's like
Inflation.
if
That's
they
like-
make more
like-
money,
No,
then
that's
the
like-
value of a dollar goes down.
Excellent. So some people tell me when I say because of inflation, they say because of rising price. Inflation is when the price will go up. But that's not entirely accurate, right? Because the reason is the question is why are the prices going up? Right?
Because the United States Federal Reserve is printing more money.
Yeah, and the Federal Reserve, or we can also say the central bank.
I have another question for Peter.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, probably not. Use this without a calculator. How tall is 15 or 17 meters?
How tall is 17 meter in what?
In feet.
In feet?
Yes.
Wait, so a meter is like
You can round to the nearest foot.
oh, so I can round to so I can say that a meter is 3 feet,
Nope.
but
You'd have to find it in meters. You'd have to first convert it to feet, then estimate it.
oh, but the thing is, I don't know. Is a meter? I don't know how many, because I know a meter is around 3 feet, but I don't know the exact number. Okay, I'm just gonna say that a meter is 3 feet. So that's like 51 feet.
No, you're off by a bit.
Yeah, but I don't know how many
like-
feet a meter is.
To be honest, it's 56.
Wait, are you 3 feet? Is there how many? Wait, how many feet are in one
Okay,
yard?
so a meter is 3 feet
point
and
something feet.
3/8 inches.
I think this turned from chess camp into math camp. What do you guys think?
Wait, let me think.
See, the thing is, I don't know how much a meter is, so I can't answer that question.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But if it was yards, then it would be 51.
I think I was just being mean to you.
Oh my! Is 1 meter equals 3.28084 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I want another question. Does anyone have another question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have economic questions.
Yes, I want an economy question.
That's my favorite.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us some.
Let's say 300 years ago, a current day dollar would be worth 21 cents. How much percent decrease has there been from here?
Okay, so
Time?
Wait, say it again. That's a good question. What did you say it again?
Say that a modern day dollar would be equal to 21 cents 300 years ago, right?
Okay, actually no, that's probably more accurate to say maybe like 100 years ago, because the dollar was created. The current dollar was created in 1913.
All right, 100 years ago, fine.
Yeah, say 100 years ago. Yeah, that's probably better.
100 years ago. And then how much percent decrease was there in the dollar from now to 100 years ago?
Like, well, that's like, so that's, okay. So that's 79 cents more and,
So basically, what percentage of value did it lose? Is what you're saying, right?
Yes, if we went back in time.
Yeah. What
well,
percentage?
since a dollar is 100 cents, wouldn't it be 79%?
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Oh.
That was a simple one.
Okay. Let me ask you a question now. So
Peter, move.
okay, let me ask you a question. So if you had a choice to have $1 million now and $1 million, let's say 75 years ago, what would you choose?
$1 million.
$1 million 75 years ago.
Why?
Wait a second. 75 years ago. Well, obviously because the dollar was worth more, but that was
Why?
like
Is this a follow-up question?
that
to the
was
one before?
that was like after World War II, and there was probably some like recession after World War II. So I want to have $1 million now.
Yeah, me too. So it's like
Because
I would buy it
even though
now.
I'd be richer back then, we'd still be in like a recession because it was right after World War II.
I would do
Okay.
it right now because like there's so much more things in the modern world.
Excellent. That's a good point. So Peter, you're correct in the sense that the dollars are worth more back then than they are now because of inflation. However, there's a lot of things that you can buy now that you cannot buy then just because they just didn't exist, right?
But that's more of an opinion question
phones.
because like
I don't think that's an opinion question because it's like how would it help you to have $1 million?
Isn't like a phone 75 years
well,
ago?
I'd have a nice
Well, forget about
I'd
a phone.
have a
How
nice
about no internet, no like refrigeration probably was just getting started, and electricity was it was there, but it was just still kind of basic, and cars were just getting started. So it's like even if you had $1 million, it's not that useful if you don't have much technology.
And then I don't think you would even survive long enough to see the modern world.
So
I mean, 75 years is a long time.
So in terms of just pure value, yeah, the it's better to have it back then. But in terms of like things to buy, we live in the best possible time right now, right? So that was a multi-layered question.
Multi-layered. That sounds like many.
also back then was like 1944 and wait, no, 1946.
46,
But
right.
Weren't we in a recession in 1946?
Oh, you mean the Great Depression?
No,
No.
that was
10 years.
that was 1913.
Actually, the Great Depression lasted about 10 years before it was actually really done. So it was probably done by like 1943.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, no, I meant to castle. I forgot how to castle. I forgot that you have to move it on the rook.
Yeah.
I just moved to
Really
that
nice.
square.
I have 2 questions I gotta ask you.
Thank you, Peter,
Yes,
for not
I want to hear it.
Have you read Lord of the Rings?
I've read The Hobbit.
All right, then that's not helpful.
Have you seen the
Wait,
movies?
what?
Have you seen the movies, Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Well, no, just ask me the question and I'll see if I can answer it.
All right. Do you remember in book 2?
Yep, okay, I'm not going to be able to answer this question.
It's a question.
Wait, book 2 of what?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Have
No.
any-
Nope.
Read it?
Nope.
Let's see then.
That's something I will not remember.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you guys another question. This is another economics. See, I'm full of economic stuff.
Why?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the minimum wage now? Anybody know the minimum wage now?
Minimum wage is about like $10.50.
Are you talking about federal minimum wage or state minimum wage?
Minimum wage per dollar, or sorry, per day?
I think I'm saying state minimum wage because I'm pretty sure that's how much my sister gets paid.
Okay. So
If it's
Okay,
if
so-
it's federal, I think it's $7.25.
yeah. Okay. So so let's say 725, right? So
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
so
talking about the New York.
I'm
minimum
saying
wage.
federal.
So yeah, so let's say 725, right? And the minimum wage in 1964 was $1.25, 5 quarters, right? So now my question
Okay.
is, which would you rather have? Minimum wage be paid the minimum wage now, or in 1964, 5 quarters?
Well,
Isn't that like the same question as $1 million, but like
no,
just
no, no, no.
different-
It's a little bit different. A little bit different.
Well, I don't know how much the economy has inflated in the
Uh-huh.
past 60 years, so I have no idea how to answer that question.
So the date of the what do you call it, of the
Well, it cost more like in a few like 60 years ago, but like I guess
so the date I
I
chose
guess
1964. Yeah, go ahead. Never mind.
which one's more? I don't know.
Okay, so in order to answer that question, the date that I chose is very significant, which is 1964. The reason I chose that date is because did any of you know that silver used to be in coins, like in dimes and quarters and half dollars? Did anybody know that?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, silver used to
I
be
know
in the
that.
coins. It wasn't pure
Mhm.
silver. They weren't pure silver coins. They were 90% silver coins, right? But still,
Mm.
there was silver content, right? And then in 1965, the silver content was removed from the coinage, right?
Because
So
it probably costed more to make those coins.
yeah, and the reason is because of inflation, right? Because they kept creating more and more currency, and then it was.
Oh, darn it, I missed this.
Say again.
I missed that move.
Oh, yeah. So they kept creating more and more currency, and so it's getting too expensive to keep the silver in the coins. So after at 1965 is when they removed all silver content, and now dimes, quarters, and half dollars, they contain like they contain no silver content. They just contain base metals like I think like iron and nickel, that kind of thing. So
Copper?
nothing really valuable. Copper is actually a little bit more expensive, and actually, you know, the pennies are pretty worthless as well. They used to contain more copper, but right now they're pretty worthless as well. Kind of interesting.
Well, copper is an extremely valuable metal.
It's not as valuable as gold and silver, but it is pretty valuable. Yeah. So let's see here.
So you can resign.
I can resign. What can
So
I
the
do?
point is, I can resign.
The point
No,
is,
Peter, how long is a chess miniature? Like the maximum amount of moves can a
The
mini?
maximum amount of moves of what?
What is the maximum amount of moves a chess miniature can have?
Don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what that is?
No.
Wait, ask the question again.
What is the maximum amount of moves that a chess miniature can have?
What's a chess miniature?
Yeah, what is that?
yeah, that's a good question. You got to define the terms, right?
Danilo. Oh, so a chess miniature is like a
Under 20 moves.
no.
I don't know.
It's
Under
actually
25 moves.
it's just a short chess game.
Right. Short chess
Oh.
game, yeah.
Oh, well, how was I supposed to know that?
21 moves.
No,
15.
25?
no, not 15.
15?
10. It's 10 moves.
No, it's not 10.
It's 12.
No,
It's
15.
13.
no,
12.
no,
13.
no.
11.
Give us a number.
14.
No.
9.
Number, it's 25.
Wait, that's
25.
what
He
I
already
said.
said that. He said 25.
I said that.
I know, but you did
Then
it
what
on
were you
guess.
doing trying to trick me and all?
No.
Okay, guys. Let me go back. I didn't finish about the quarters, right? So yeah. So what I said was $1.25 in 1964, which means, oh my God, that's a good move.
I didn't know.
That's a good move. All right, good. You got it.
I annoyed you. At least I can get some material back.
That's a good move. That's a good move. So in 1965, yeah. So in 1964, those are not just 5 quarters; those are 5 silver quarters. Very special, right? So the idea. Now the next question is this kind of like the math question that Sam asked. You know, what was it like? 4x plus 8y, right?
4x equals
4x equals 8y. So what is y?
Yeah, so it's kind of like that question because you got to figure out first how much is a silver quarter worth today if you were to buy it. Anybody have an idea? If you were to go buy one silver quarter, how much would that cost you?
$10.
No, not that much. Maybe something like
50 cents.
something like I think it's like $3 or $4, something like that.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
down as much.
Wait, a
because
silver
it's
coin?
A silver
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah, silver quarter. So it's yeah, it's pretty valuable. All right, so let's see. How should we win this year?
But it wasn't that valuable back then.
No, you're not supposed to be winning. You're
I'm not
supposed
supposed to.
It's wait, what?
Let's.
It's $3 to $5.
How much is it?
It's $3 to $5.
No. That's the spot price of silver. I'm talking about. You have to type into Google how much does one silver quarter cost.
Oh,
Yeah, one silver quarter. That's different.
I can't.
costs today?
Yeah, one silver quarter.
Did you know I couldn't have taken on e4?
You couldn't have taken?
Yes, because of queen c6 check. Bishop takes c6 and bishop takes c6 checkmate.
You couldn't have taken on e4 because of what? Say it again.
Queen c6 check.
Ah, interesting. Ah, very cool. Good eye.
I just realized that.
That's
Like-
a good eye.
Ah,
Okay,
I'm
so
running out of time against Peter.
so did somebody figure out how much one silver quarter costs?
As much as Danilo
$6.
said,
Say again.
as much as
$6?
$6? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me see.
you're just googling up the answer, Danilo.
I'm googling now just because I wanna let's see, one silver quarter value between $3 and $5. All right, so make the math easy. It's $5. So just think about that. If you were paid in what do you call it? 5 silver quarters. So that would be 5 times 5. That would be $25.
$5 today.
$25 in
$25 an hour. So say you worked like 8 hours a day. That's like $200 a day.
Yeah, so pretty
That's a lot of money.
amazing.
And that's
right?
like $1,400 a week. And that's like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pretty
A
pretty-
disadvantage is that like you don't have a lot to spend on in the like I don't know 60 a lot like
That doesn't mean that you couldn't have a good life back then.
but like there's not so much things to like I don't know use money for
right.
as
so then-
much like for today there's like a lot more.
Oh, by the
I
way,
guess.
there's actually a difference. There's a difference between money and currency. Anybody know the difference?
Well,
Yeah.
currency could be like
Current. I
doesn't
think
have to be a
currency-
dollar or a pound
currency
or
could
a
be-
yen or a
Currency could be a bit broader.
currency could be like Bitcoin or something like any cryptocurrency.
What's the difference between currency and
But
money?
you wouldn't call any cryptocurrency money. I don't know.
You wouldn't call it money?
Wait, what is the difference between currency and money?
Yeah. Anybody know the difference?
On Google, it says currency takes the form of hard plastic or coins, or says the currency notes. Money is backed by many different things. For example, if one possesses money in a bank account, then check kind of money would be backed by the same. Whereas fiat money, which is currency, will be backed by the government of that country.
Yeah. So currency is usually governments issue currency, right? Currency notes, right? So, all right. So let me ask. All right. Let's do this question, Peter. What characteristics define something as currency? What do you think?
Anything that you can buy something with. I have.
Well, you can buy like we mentioned. Some places will accept gold and silver, but that's not really currency, though, right? So then what other aspects describe something as being currency? I like that this has become an economics camp too.
Yeah. I'm learning something.
Premier Chess to make a math class and then put Davila in charge.
No, economics class, better yet. I love it.
Yeah.
I love economics.
Wait, you should ask Evan that.
I don't think many
Hello,
people would
Evan.
want to sign up
Today
for
we have an
economics class.
Actually, I have taught an economics class for kids.
Really?
Yeah, I have taught it, and I recorded it. When? I taught it.
5 years ago.
No, a couple months ago, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
So,
Peter, stop it.
I'm not. Stop doing what? I'm not doing anything. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I hang.
Oh, you just dropped a rook. It took me so long to actually figure out that you dropped the rook.
Look, I just got beat.
Chess 960? More like chess 9. Easy.
Actually, no, I beat you in the first game. Don't forget that.
No, you did not.
I beat you once.
Either we
No,
don't.
you did not.
Wait, you lost the first game. I'm gonna see who you lost against. It's
Who
probably
did I lose against? I lost against Spicy Mike 2.
Oh wow! What a close
Hey, Brian.
game.
Brian,
Can I
who is
search it up?
Spicy Mike 2? Who is Spicy Mike 2?
That should be me. I should rename.
No, your name is not Spicy Mike 2. I lost to Spicy Mike
Okay, I
2.
rename myself right now. Spicy Mike 2.
You can't, though. You can only change the capitals.
I know he'll make a new account.
I'll make a new account called Spicy Mike 2.
No,
Ooh.
I lost to I
Oh.
eat poop every day.
All right, now you gotta run.
Chess 960, 1 hour 30 minutes. Are you joking?
Oh,
Wait, we need more questions. Samuel, you got one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
okay,
me and
wait,
Peter are
wait.
listening.
Wait, hold on. You guys didn't finish. So what characterizes as currency? So okay, I'll tell you a few. Has to be portable, right? Something that you can easily carry with you. Has to be.
Wait a second. But
The
that
coins
makes
are heavy.
cryptocurrency not a currency.
Well, you can carry that in a digital wallet. That's easy. You can.
Well, what?
It's easy to
Okay,
carry.
that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
How about a credit card? I mean,
How
credit
can you
card
call
is,
that carry? You can carry a credit card?
yeah, it's portable. You put it in your wallet
Exactly.
or purse. Or purse. If you're a girl.
How about is
I wonder if someone would go around carrying a purse.
Go around carrying a what?
A purse.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. Okay. Let me ask another interesting question. Name me some how do you say, some substances or materials that have been used as currency in history.
Oh, I know.
okay. Well, we can start at
Wait,
the
can you
beginning of life. Probably
exchange
like
things?
Say again.
probably in the
Like- I know people traded things. Like, I'll give you like an arrowhead, and you give me like, I don't know.
Yeah,
wheat.
actually, you're right. You're
probably
right.
in the Neanderthaler era
these were
there was
currency
like
too.
bones as currency.
Bones.
I trade.
Yeah, in the Neanderthal times.
Yeah. Yeah, in Neanderthal times. So yeah, so things used to be currency. A lot of things used to be currency. Okay, for example, spices used to be
Fur?
currency. Rice
Fur?
used to be currency.
I think I had to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
How about golds?
Yeah, gold is special. Gold and silver, they're considered money. There's a difference between currency and money. So yeah, so spices,
Arrow. Or leather.
let's see here. Leather, Yeah, leather. Also stamps, candy, lumber, nails, cigarettes. What else?
Paper money.
I said rice, right? Sugar, salt used to be used as currency. In certain Native American tribes, what do you call
Wait,
it?
cattle?
Beads used to be used. Let's see.
How about cattle?
Cattle?
Yeah.
Cattle. Yeah, cattle used to be used.
Cattle, yeah.
It's not as useful, cattle, but yeah, it used to be used as well.
Should I sack my rook for that annoying pawn?
You could.
So,
Should I?
electronic money. The future can have electronic money. Like, I don't know.
Hello, I am back. I have returned from the dead.
Hello, Dead. Nice to meet you, Dead.
I said I have returned from the dead.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Dead.
Uh-huh.
I
I'm
think
not sure you understand.
I think that was the only move I had.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Do you guys think Samuel can win?
No, I can't win.
Oh, how pathetic. Can you draw?
I hope I can.
Wait, can you checkmate with the bishop and knight?
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, I remember. Can you do it?
I don't think I've done it in a while. We'll see if I can do it.
If you can remember, I think I remember doing it with you like yesterday
Doing it with
or
who?
something. I forgot.
This
Uh,
one.
I think Samuel's running out of moves.
How much time do you guys have? 1 minute. Okay, so 4 minutes.
I think Samuel's going to test my ability to checkmate with a bishop and knight, right?
Or you have to sacrifice a bishop or knight.
No sacrificing. Definitely no sacrificing.
Was that the right move, Samuel?
That was the only one I had.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lose either pawn.
Push.
If only he didn't have king c3.
If only. Which one's a better move? No, Samuel.
Is an interesting instructional.
Okay,
ending.
go back to king b5.
He got cut off.
Where's Peter? Are you still there?
Yep, I am here.
All right. Did
Draw %, please.
you offer a draw to me?
Yes,
If I give you a draw, you'll win like 15 points.
please. Ooh. Darn it.
Okay, Peter. Here's another question.
Wait, go king d5. Yes. No.
All right, Peter. You ready?
King,
Yep,
king
yep,
c6.
yep.
All right. So, what is the largest denomination of currency that has ever been printed? Like officially printed.
I'm just being annoying.
Like most popular? What do you mean by largest?
When I say largest, like when I say denomination, like for example, the most common in U.S. currency right now, the denominations are $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, right? That's what we commonly use.
Yeah.
And so my question is, historically speaking, what's the largest denomination that has been used in history?
Oh, in history of the United States.
No. Sorry. All right. History of the world, not necessarily the United States.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's a large.
History. I'm pretty sure there was like a $5,000 bill, or not dollar bill, but like in like Mexico or something. There was like a 5,000. I actually have no idea, but 5,000 of something.
There was
There
a
was.
5,000.
So yeah. So
5,000 something.
10,000?
no, that's not big enough.
Oops, I blundered bishop a5.
Wait. Oh yeah, well it's probably some country that
Bishop
suffered
a5
from like
checkmate.
extreme
Doopsies.
extreme.
Bishop A5 is
Inflation.
checkmate. What'd you
Wait,
Yes. Oopsie doopsies. I blurred nerd.
All right,
Is
so
it $10,000?
Oopsie.
no, higher than that.
How? 100,000?
No, higher, much
oh my
higher than
god!
that.
Wait! I just looked it up because I know that like Japan has been in a really weird economic state right now,
Yeah.
and apparently currently there's a 10,000 yen thing.
$100 trillion.
100,000 yen.
No.
Is it 100 trillion?
Can you wait? What
100
country
yeah,
is it? What country?
I think Brian's correct. 100 trillion.
What?
Yeah.
It's the largest
Where? What do you mean?
denomination banknote ever issued was the $100 trillion note by the Department Treasury for the Reserve
Wait,
Bank
don't tell me. Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah, Zimbabwe, Africa.
What? Are they like suffering from extreme inflation? Like
They
what
were.
the heck?
They were. And that was in
When
2011,
this
right?
economy
Wait, how is it not 50 move rule?
In 2011,
No, 50
there
rule.
was a
When this
trillion
economy
dollar, or
collapsed,
not
this
dollar.
note was Wait, guys.
I got it.
guys. When this economy
Good game, Samuel.
collapsed,
Yeah,
this note was
no.
worth
You almost got it.
guys.
Yes, I'm
When
the
the-
pops.
I got my 1
When
point.
When this economy would collapse, this
Bye.
note was worth
I'm
less than
going to the
US 50 cents.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a sec.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
did I
can't
go to the
believe that.
game?
That's like 100 trillion.
Yeah.
Wait, what is their currency called?
It's called. I think they're just called Zimbabwe dollars.
Oh, so on a $1 trillion bill, that's like
Yep, $1 trillion bill. Isn't that
that's
crazy?
like insane.
I know.
Guys, did you know when this
I don't know why I don't know why I'm sacrificing for tempos.
Peter, when
Yeah?
this economy collapsed, this note was worth less than US 50 cents.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
god.
So basically, like $100 trillion can purchase like a few eggs and like a loaf of bread.
What? No, what? A few eggs is not gonna be like 50 cents.
Yes.
Yeah, a few eggs could be like more than that.
Yeah,
I guess it depends where you are.
Right.
Yeah. If you're in the United States, no.
So yeah. Oh, and by the way, when I was teaching, when I taught that economics class, I bought some authentic Zimbabwe notes. I wasn't able to get the $100 trillion note, but I did get. I got like I think it was like $100 billion note. I got.
Wait, 100 trillion? It still exists?
No. They don't print it anymore, but you can buy it. You can buy it on like Amazon.
Oh,
And so I bought.
I want an
buy
100.
it.
Yeah, I bought the
expensive?
authentic notes on Amazon.
I want to buy an $100 billion bill and then tell
Was it
everyone.
expensive?
And so my question was, it expensive? It's probably like I don't know, maybe like $20. But what was funny was I was in the class I said, who here wants to be a millionaire? And everyone raised their hand and says, who here wants to be a billionaire? And everybody raised their hand. Who here wants to be a trillionaire? and then there was actually one. There was one.
Hey guys, I'm back.
One kid that didn't raise his hand, right?
There was one guy on Google. If you type in like Zimbabwe like hyperinflation, and he's holding a sign that says starving billionaire.
Wait, Danilo, can I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
What is 6C2?
What is what?
6C2.
6C2. I'm not sure.
That meaning like there are 6 people, there are 6 candidates to join a committee. You have to pick 2 of the 6. How many possible ways are there? Like it's that question.
Wait, a committee, and then you have to pick what?
You have to pick 2 out of the 6 people to join. How many possibilities are there?
Oh,
Wait. I think I might be able to answer this.
I'm not sure.
You're not.
What do you think?
Wait. I think I can answer this.
What do you
So
think?
there's 6 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you
so we
count
have
between the fingers?
5. 30.
No.
25.
No, but 30 is partially the answer because you forgot to divide it by 2 because there will be.
Oh, so it's 15.
Yeah, it's this equation I sent to you, Danilo. It's this
Wait,
one.
why would you divide it by okay,
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Because if Peter and Brian are picked and Brian and Peter are picked, that's the exact same thing. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't even consider that. Oh,
Yeah.
so I see, yeah.
Yeah, but I was actually sort of surprised that you were even able to get 30.
Well, it's easy. You just think about it. You think about person number 1, and then you pair them with each person, and then you multiply that by 6.
Yeah, but you forgot to divide it by 2.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think about that. Okay, I cannot win this game.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Why'd you berserk, Peter? I'm wondering.
Yep, I'm done.
All right, so we're 3:30. Should we all pause? What do you think?
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I think we should.
All right. So all right, cool.
all. See Mike 1 pause.
All right, so do you want to do a few more end game tactics or puzzles before we go?
2 end games.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
Oh wait, I forgot I have to turn on my camera.
All right.
Wait, why isn't it turn? Oh, here we go.
All right. This good game, Peter.
None of the people you invited actually came.
I know. Sometimes they don't come.
Sometimes they just ignore you.
Sometimes they just ignore me. What are you gonna do?
They do ignore you.
All right. End game tactic. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's try this one, and this one, and this one. All right. All right. So I think last time we went up to, let's see. Ooh. All right. So now let me share my screen. All right. By the way, Peter, that was a good idea to do random questions.
We learned a lot.
I know, we did learn a lot. It's pretty cool. All right. So maybe this is too easy. You know what? I think this is too easy. What do you think? Is this too easy for you guys? I know. Sam, you think it's right?
This exact one is too easy. It's E5.
E5, yeah.
Everyone else has their camera off for some reason.
Discovered attack. All right, what about this?
Everyone else has their cameras off for some reason. And it's Bishop H5.
Bishop H5, yeah. This pawn is 2 squares away. Right, very good.
G6.
G6 and take. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try a different study. Maybe the study is too easy for you guys. I'll try a different study. Let's see this one.
For some reason, everyone's cameras is off.
Are you guys still there? Peter, Brian, Joshua?
Oh, with my camera off, sorry. I'm here.
Say again?
I'm sorry. I thought my camera was on.
I'm here.
You're there? Okay. All right, maybe let's see this one. So let's see here. Interesting.
E5.
Right, so here, how would you win? So this is white to play. Interesting. So they're saying that Queen E7 leads to a draw because the king doesn't want to go on the G file. You're going to come here. So what do you think? What do you think, Samuel?
Knight G5 check.
Well, the knight's pinned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, knight is pinned. They don't make it easy for you. So what do you think?
magically teleport your king to G3 and then go knight G5.
No. What do you guys think? Give me another. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to mute you. Sorry.
It's fine.
Anybody else? What do you guys think? White to move.
Maybe queen to E7.
So queen e7 leads to a draw, right? Queen e7, and then if the king goes back, you just repeat position. And if the king goes up here, you take here, and that's kind of still kind of drawish. Or yeah, there's a lot of checks there. And if the king goes up here, maybe you can go check, and then maybe check. Ooh, and then that's actually winning. Anybody see why that's winning?
For
Yes,
white?
King H7, knight F8 check.
Knight F8 check, yeah. Knight F8 check, and now how does oh no. Okay. Actually, it's not as clear of a win though, because black does have this. You know?
Yes.
So interesting. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so the strongest move here is Queen F5 check. All right, and then Queen F5 check. And then King H8. And now, what would you play? Actually, this is an interesting puzzle because it illustrates an idea here. Yeah, Samuel.
Queen to E5 check.
Yeah, anybody heard of the staircase pattern?
I have. I've heard of it.
Yeah, so the staircase pattern. So we're starting on F6. So we go down F5 check, E5 check, E4 check, and then D4 check. And now we're forking king and rook, right? So very nice.
That was like a going downstairs.
Yeah. So everybody see the staircase pattern there? Pretty cool.
Going downstairs to eat your opponent's rook.
Right. And so yeah, taking here would not be a good idea. Why? Why would that not be good? That would lead to forced mate in 2. Anybody see it? Samuel.
I think it's because you can just go H takes G5.
Yeah, F takes G5, I assume, right? F takes G5, and then the king cannot move anywhere. Queen's forced to take, and then mate.
And then you can resign.
Right. So
Wait, can I see the staircase one more time? I sorry, I disconnected.
Yeah. So Queen F5 check, Queen E5 check, Queen E4 check.
Oh,
Queen
that
D4.
does look like a staircase.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Down the stairs, and now.
Wait, how does it work though?
And we finally do a fork. Oh, actually, he's continuing to go. Okay, you can. Well, here you can just take the pawn, take the rook. He's to continue.
Yeah.
Continuing to go here. Ha! That's so funny. Check. Ah, interesting. And now you go check here. Okay. That's so funny.
It's just being annoying.
That is so funny. Look at that. Wow. So. Woo! And now, what do you think is the strongest move here?
Queen A7 check.
Queen A7. No, Queen F8. Queen F. Oh, wait, no, not Queen F8.
Yeah. So Queen A7 also wins.
But that doesn't. Oh, that does win the queen.
That won't win the queen. Yeah, but you can win the queen immediately with knight takes.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's go back. Let's go over that. That's pretty cool.
That's like walking down the steps to take my opponent's queen for
Walking
free.
down the steps. Check.
Like,
Check.
I'm gonna continue walking down the steps. I'm so hungry.
Check and then check. Wow, very nice. That's pretty cool. Staircase pattern. All right, very cool. All right, so let's look at the next
That one was so funny.
That was funny. All right, let's see this one. All right, so here this is black to move. So let's see here. Yeah, what is the strongest move for black here? So this is a lesson in opposition. So Peter, what do you think?
King to G5.
Okay, so king G5, and then so just for so black's going up this way. So it's
Wait,
gonna,
King G4.
yeah, it seems like it's gonna lead to white probably winning because now
Yeah, King G4. King
now
G4.
white has the opposition.
I mean King G6, not King G4.
All right, so same thing. If you do king G6, it's same thing. Now white takes the opposition here.
Yeah, but then you play King F7.
King F7.
King G5.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you play King E7, and then you go around and.
Let's see. No.
Oh, but then they just play D5. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. What else?
Well, I know.
What else?
King H7.
King H7. Wow. Yeah. Pretty amazing, right? So this is called the vertical opposition, direct vertical. Yeah. So let's see.
Long opposition.
Yeah, the long opposition. So now what does anything that white does? Now it's going to be now it's going to be, it seems like black is kind of outflanked, but still he's got this move. So yeah, maybe not that, maybe just coming back down here. So but yeah, all right, let's go on to the next one. Ooh, interesting. All right, strongest move here, what do you think? White to move and win.
I see it. Rook C2.
Yeah, rook C2, right? Forking bishop and
a nice rook C8.
Wait,
made
then bishop G5.
Yeah, so bishop G5 is the only move. And now you go check, forcing here. And now how does white win? How does white win? Samuel, yeah.
I think you can just go king D6.
Yeah, basically a waiting move, right? Any waiting move, king D6, rook B8, rook A8, they're all winning.
Brian's here.
Brian is here. Yeah, so they're all winning. Doesn't matter. Bishop is lost. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Hi. Can't even see myself.
Something wrong with your camera?
I can't see you either.
Your camera's off. Wait, no.
There you go.
There we go.
Awesome. Good to see you, Brian.
Hi.
Awesome. All right.
Are you here to prepare for the Tuesday class?
Because we still have 15 minutes.
You have a class after this, Brian?
I do.
A private class?
I'm here early, so I'm just hanging out.
All right, cool. All right, so there's a king and pawn endgame. All right, fairly simple. So white is coming down the board this way. So, all right, so what do you think? Black to move? What's the best move for black to draw here? See here from Brian. Brian, what do you think?
King E6.
No. Brian Wilmeth. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, Brian.
King E7.
King E7, excellent. Yeah, so you want to maintain be as close to the pawn as possible and be right directly in front. So for example, what if he went King E8? That's also in front, but that's actually a losing move. Why?
Then King E6.
Yeah, King E6. And now what is this called? What is this position called? Anybody know? Special name. Samuel, what do you think?
Wait, I thought it was called direct opposition.
Okay, direct opposition, but also especially with this position with the king on the for example, the king on the last rank, the 8th rank, and the white king opposing it, and then the pawn right behind it. This is known as the perfect position. Why is it called the perfect position? Anybody know?
Because black has to move to either.
Because the position is perfect.
Yes, exactly, because the position is perfect. But more specifically, because it doesn't matter whose move it is. The player with the pawn will win. That's why it's perfect, right? So in this case, black to move, he must give way either way, doesn't matter. And now what's the winning move for white? Brian?
King S7.
Yeah, king
Yes.
F7, so you have to gain
Oh,
control.
I'd be sad if king went king. Imagine someone bad plays king d6.
Yeah, king d6. I've seen many kids games. They lose these simple winning pawn positions. So yeah, very important to make sure you control these squares in front of your pawn. So you want to do that before you push your pawn, right?
Now you can push.
So that is the perfect position. But if he goes king e7, now this is a draw. Now this is kind of difficult. Now it doesn't really matter where white goes. You always maintain in the center of the pawn. Always maintain. And if he goes to either side, let's say he goes to this side, then you go the opposition again, and again it will be a draw, right? So you always try to go right in front of the pawn, right? Very important. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, good basic king and pawn. Okay. Interesting. All right, so let's see here.
It's just to draw.
Let's see. So white to, I think this is a draw, actually.
Is it white to win?
I'm pretty sure this is a draw. What do you think, Brian?
Who to draw? White to draw?
It's tricky because maybe the king can block. Let's see.
Oh, maybe. Oh, like this, you mean?
Yes.
Right. That's right. Oh, that's the pattern. Good point. Yeah.
Not every position with that pawn is drawn.
Exactly. Yeah. Very nice. And then
I
maybe.
don't.
Very nice. Yeah.
Just like there's some positions where the famous ready break.
I would not have saw that in the game. Good job, Coach Ballard.
Yeah. I saw that pattern before. That's a cool pattern. All right. So here, what do you think? Is this a draw or a win for white?
I think it's a draw.
Yeah. Draw when the rook pawn, and even if you have a bishop, if the bishop is on the opposite color of the promotion square, then it's definitely a draw.
That reminds me of a fun position that's actually a win
Oh yeah.
with the bishop and yeah. It's a crazy position.
But it would be winning for white if the black king weren't so close to the H7, G7, G8, and H8 squares.
Yeah. But once the king gets to the corner, then if you don't have the bishop to flush him out, then it is a draw. So yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So here, let's see. It says, given position, white to play is considered a draw until 1928 when it was demonstrated a win for white. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
All right. So whose move is it? White to move here. What do you think? White to move? What's the strongest move here?
King e4.
Yeah, probably just to pick up the pawn quickly, but you want to make sure the king doesn't get comfortable over here. But anyway, sorry, we're going this way.
Yeah.
I'm confused. So hold on. So you said king e4. So then probably king g4. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Can I keep going to get my pawn?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
King d4.
The king d4, and I assume you want to just forget about the bishop because you don't want to lose time. You want to get here as soon as possible, right? And
King c4.
Yeah, so let's see here. So here. So it looks like, looks drawish, right? My goodness. There must be a way. Interesting.
Okay, then can I move? Yeah, king d4. Can I move
Maybe
bishop f4? Okay, yeah, that works too. Okay.
Maybe up. Maybe you're forcing him to take here, but it doesn't matter if he takes. It doesn't really matter.
I think I'll go king c5.
Maybe king c5.
Wasn't taking better?
Taking the bishop, you mean?
Yeah, what's wrong with just taking it?
I guess you could.
It's just probably because black doesn't care about it. Like, it may not be a threat.
You think you might get back in time?
I think, yeah, you get back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a draw.
What if you play bishop in the initial position? You could play after king g4. You could play bishop f4.
King g4, bishop f4.
Bishop
Yeah,
f4.
pushing. Yeah, right. Pushing the king back. Right.
Now the king has to go to like the h file.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
it takes him a move longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
I
now
think
we go.
Should you go king e6, try to stop the f file for now?
Or king e6.
Yeah. You can do that.
Something like that. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Don't let that king get close.
Right. Right.
Maybe drag the king back at the h file again, like bishop e7, bishop d8.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here and then
Like
okay,
bishop
here.
e7. And then some waiting move. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
how about bishop c5
right. Right.
and then bishop b yeah something like that.
Something like that. Maybe like this. So he doesn't escape here. Right.
Yes.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Woo.
And if he goes to king g6, play bishop f6.
Yeah, now you do bishop f6. Right, right. Now he goes back again. Wow.
I don't know if this is the win though.
Wow. This looks like a position I would get into with Samuel and then win on time.
Oh, that's mean. But if I have increment, you'll never win on time.
I think that's why Samuel always wants to play. He always wants to play increment with.
Black is still
Why?
good.
Yes, I want increment against you so you don't flag me.
Okay. All right. So let's look at another one. All right. So this is a pretty.
Wait, was that the answer? I don't know if that was the answer.
I don't even know. I mean, I think you're right though. I think the idea of pushing the king back with bishop here and king here. Yeah, I think that's the right idea. That makes sense.
It is, but does it win?
I think it wins.
I don't think so. I think the black king still got there.
I think that kind of, yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious, like, I want to see the completed with.
Right. Well, it doesn't give the answer here. Actually, it gives another study, but yeah, it doesn't give the answer here.
Oh, it doesn't give the answer.
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like look. So it doesn't give the answer. These are our moves.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So you got to kind of guess. All right. So this one, I believe this is the idea of making the bridge. Right.
Ryan, you showed us this position.
So whose move is it? I think it's yeah, white to move here. So what do you think here? Oh, actually, no. I don't think you even need to make the bridge here.
I
think
remember
here
this.
it's just white to
Ryan, you
move.
showed us this.
Here it's just white
Yeah,
to
we
move.
did a study on it.
Yeah, Samuel, what do you think?
I think you're supposed to go rook e7, checking king e8.
No, he can go down here, king f8.
Right.
So how do you? What else?
Rook h2. Wait, no, that doesn't work. I forgot it.
Yeah. What else?
King f2. I mean, no, not king f2. Rook f2.
Rook f2. Yeah, rook f2 is winning. Yeah, rook f2, and then either he leaves the f file onto the g file, or he goes e6. And now, how do you win? Say again.
King. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
King e2.
E8.
King e8. Yeah, king e8, and you're gonna promote next move. Yeah. Very.
Then what if
very
rook?
straightforward.
Oh wait, no, rook d1.
Rook d1. Yes, you just promote.
Then push,
He
yeah.
sacrifices. Yeah, and you win with the rook.
And then you win.
Yeah.
Their best hope is that you don't know the rook and king checkmate.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the idea of the bridge is I think it's. Let me see if I can really. Anybody know that idea with the bridge? What that means when I say that?
I don't. Wait, is bridge like seesaw? No, that's not seesaw. I don't.
I think the idea of the bridge is just to block the black rook from checking your king with your own rook and promoting.
Yeah, so let's say king, let's take the same position here. So I think that would be if the king was on here, right? And let's say rook is here. So let's say white to play, continue from here. So yeah, so here, so what would be the strongest move here? White to move.
King F2.
Rook F2. Yeah, so you want to first thing you want to do
rook
is
F2.
flush the king out of the F file. Good. And now, what was the strongest move here?
Rook
For white.
E2.
Say
Wait.
again.
Rook E2.
Rook
Or
E2.
rook-
Well, the same thing. You're just gonna come back.
Oh yeah. Then Rook F2. Then
So there's a winning move here. Okay, so it's not Rook E2. Okay, so winning move here. How do you win this position?
King F7.
All right, so if you go, oh you mean King
King
E7?
E7. No.
If you go King E7, now the rook just checks you. He does all these checks, and you're going to be in the open, right? So you got to do something before you do King E7. Anybody know? You know this, right, Brian?
Yes.
The bridge concept, yeah. What do you think?
Yes.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Samuel.
Rook F8. Rook F1.
Rook F1. No,
F1, that's wrong.
no.
I think it's
Wait. I remember something else like.
rook
Wait,
E-
it's
I remember
rook
something
E2.
like King C7.
No, Rook E2, and we're repeating the position.
Wait, is it like
Oh.
King C7 something or like King E6 and like King A5? Like getting close to the rook.
No.
That was another
King
possibility.
F4. King F4.
You mean Rook F4?
I mean rook F4. Yeah.
Yeah, Rook F4 is the idea of the bridge. Now, why does that work? Now we're gonna see.
I forgot. I just remember it being a weird move like that.
You just remember. Okay, so now why is it different now? Because now the king comes out, and if
Chucky poo?
black tries to do all these checks, now we can do this, and then this, and then this, and then he does a final,
Blocky.
and you finally block,
Yeah. Oh.
And
right?
then block the
I
proof.
remember now.
And the king
Kinda.
is too far away.
Our
from-
next class is beginning in a minute, just letting you know.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. So see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Take care. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Coach Danil.
Bye.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks.
No problem. All right. Take care, Brian. See you tomorrow.
See you, Danilo.
All right. Bye.